Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? My name is Shayna Singleton, aka the Herpes Goddess, and yes, having me is a big flex. I'm the founder of Herpes Can Never, growing the largest herpes awareness platform because I inspire people to love themselves more. The mission at Herpes Can Never is to be at war with the stigma until our community feels comfortable being open about their status and proud of their sexuality. Welcome to the live, y'all. I wanted to hop on here and just do a live Q&A, answer whatever questions y'all may have about herpes, and also redirect you to some of the resources Herpes Can Never offers. So now is your opportunity to to ask questions. Hello from Southwest Florida. How are you? I'm on, I think, the Northeast, Melbourne, Brevard County, but I'm in Florida as well. I'm grinding it out, y'all. If you can do me a favor for the 9 people on the live, can you just tap the screen for me, please? It's a little bit support. Support is free, and your girl needs it. I'm out here grinding it out, trying to figure it out. But there we go. If you're not having your outbreak, can you spread it? There is always going to be a chance you can spread the virus. Now, your chances can go above 98% or they can go below 1%. But the understanding that there will always be a chance needs to be there. You are the most contagious during an outbreak in viral shedding. That is a great question. Thank you for doing what you do seriously. There's nothing wrong with being candid about this. Thank you. I appreciate the support, Goblin Goddess. Me and the co-founder of Herpes Can Never, we want to do this, and we want to do this for a lifetime, and we want to show a different narrative for the community, so there's not billions of people out there feeling ashamed, embarrassed, and sad and unseen because of their virus. But I'm gonna be completely transparent with y'all. It's really taking a toll on me trying to do this full time because I'm not working, so finances is catching up to me, and it looks like I won't be doing this probably for too long. I'm trying to keep faith. Been a little bit in a low vibration lately, so I'm not trying to dust my negativity onto y'all. But the mission for us is to be at war with the stigma until our community feels comfortable being open about their status and proud of their sexuality. So just hearing your support and feedback, it's a lot, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Do you ever get breakout on your fingers? I personally don't experience herpetic whitlow. People who get outbreaks on their fingers, it's called herpetic whitlow. Our healer at Herpes Canaper, her name is Euphoria. She is someone who has herpetic whitlow. Christopher, speak for yourself. Sky Mom, thanks for the education for the ignorant. Thank you. Wow, I'm so impressed with such a venture. I pray your message gets through. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. Thank you for the rose, Goblin. Right? Because that was me after my partner knowingly shared HSV2 with me without telling me. Well, did your partner? Well, yeah, you said knowingly. Where are your breakouts most common on your body? I don't have breakouts everywhere. I have a outbreak in one spot. I have put my outbreaks to sleep. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate you, Slim Assassin. I experience outbreaks on one part of my body. It's been a long time since I had an outbreak, but I get on my vagina on the right side towards the bottom every single time. That is my outbreak site. You make me feel so comfortable with what I'm going through. I'm glad. That's the goal. I want you to feel comfortable. Welcome to the live, y'all. If y'all on this live, may you please just tap the screen for me. It'll get the live circulated a little bit more. How do you deal with your daughter putting your business out there when you're still trying to deal? Um, that's an interesting question. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's bothering you that she's putting your business out there, it's because you are struggling accepting your herpes, and it's just a part of it. Let it kickstart your self-love journey. Let it kickstart how you're really feeling about yourself. Write it down on a piece of paper how you're really feeling about yourself. Awareness is number one in order to change how you're feeling, in order to change your narrative. I mean, ultimately, we teach our children how to love themselves. They learn how to love themselves through how we love ourselves. So, I mean, if you make yourself want first and you make yourself a priority, and your self-love a priority, it will reflect in your life, and stuff like that will no longer bother you. We do healing Wednesdays every single Wednesdays in the morning and in the evening, and we heal together as a community. If this is something that you're interested in, follow me on Instagram. Select the link in my bio. We have so many resources on how to heal. We wrote a trigger journal just to guide you along your journey to learn your triggers and heal through them. Please just select the link in my bio. It'll lead you to my link tree. So many resources on there to get your healing journey started. How do you do? Oh no, I've read that already. Oh my God, I hate when it does that. Are they common on the lips, the mouth? I mean, I don't get outbreaks on my lips, but it is common. A lot of people have lip herpes. Lip herpes are also called cold sores. A lot of people won't say they have herpes and they'll say cold sores so that they don't have to say herpes. But cold sores are lip herpes, and yes, it's common. It is okay. So the norm in the herpes community is to be asymptomatic. There's this myth that if you have herpes, you're going to get a sore or to anticipate a sore. Most people with herpes don't never ever in their lifetime encounter a sore or experience a sore. It's only a small percentage of us that actually experience outbreaks. So it's normal not to have symptoms and have herpes. Why is this washing machine so loud? Hi, I'm new here. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, um, Valerie. Thank you. I was diagnosed with it in my eyes years ago. I'm here to support you. Thank you for the support, Jen. I would love to hear about your journey with that. I know sometimes people who have herpes in their eyes, they go blind. Do you have any problems with your vision? Valerie from Detroit. Hey, do you know how long it took you to find out you had it? I don't understand the question. Because when I found out, I didn't know how long I had herpes for. Like, I don't understand the question. How do you put your outbreaks to sleep? That's a great question. We have our herpes diet and remedies workshop located in the link in my bio. If you select the link, it will lead you to my link tree. You can find it there. How did you? Okay, they asked that again. Boop, boop. Hey, from South Carolina, welcome. Mm, okay. If you're, I've seen the how do you put your outbreaks to sleep question about 10 times. I share my journey on my YouTube channel. I also have a body journaling workshop to learn your triggers and prodrome symptoms, and I also offer a herpes diet and remedies workshop as well. It's been very odd, not blind, thankfully, yes, thankfully, but double vision and outbreaks on my nose, oddly enough. Okay. I've heard about outbreaks on the nose. Nice content. Thank you, Kim Richards. Hey, my name is Maria. I was recently diagnosed with herpes. I'm from Trinidad. Welcome. Are you still contagious even if you're not having an outbreak symptoms? All right, you are the most contagious during viral shedding. Now, even if you're not going through viral shedding or an outbreak, outbreaks are an indication that you're going through viral shedding, there's always a chance that you can pass on the virus. The chances may or may not, depending on your lifestyle, fall below 1%, but there's always a chance. And that understanding, you need to communicate that with your partner. But there's plenty of people within our communities that have been with their partners for over a decade. Someone like Alexandra Herbuska, whose partners don't still to this day don't have herpes. Viral shedding is when the virus sheds. The virus has to shed. It shall. It's kind of like when you see dust all over your house, your skin has to shed, or your virus has to shed. It's just not something that you can see. Yes, ma'am. Okay. I answered that already. Welcome to the live, everyone. This is a live Q&A. Now is your time to ask your questions. How do you know it's shedding? Well, outbreaks are an indication that you're going through viral shedding, and also prodrome symptoms are an indication that you're going through viral shedding. But if you're somebody who is asymptomatic, you will really have no way of knowing. That's how the virus is commonly spread with amongst people who don't know they have herpes because they are asymptomatic. No, I still have herpes. I did not get rid of herpes. I don't experience outbreaks anymore, but I did not get rid of herpes. Thank you for the roses. I think it says from the ashes one. I appreciate you. Thank you. Good evening from Virginia. Virginia in the house. How to not get an outbreak. It's a process of changing your lifestyle and learning your body. If that's something that you're interested in, you can select the link in my bio for the herpes diet and remedies workshop and also the triggers and prodromes workshop. I found out 7 months pregnant, still dealing with the disappointment, hard to forgive. Um, when I found out I had herpes was the same day I found out I was pregnant. So that was a double whammy for me. We do have a workshop with myself, the founder of Life with Herpes. Her name is Alexandra Hobuska, who just had a baby. Um, and then also Cece, who is someone who has HIV and herpes. She just had a baby as well. It's titled Mom with Herpes Workshop. That might be something good for you. It'll make you feel a lot better. Trust me. We share our experiences, um, what to do, what's coming, um, interaction with your children. We share a lot in that Moms with Herpes workshop, and that might be something good for you. Again, just select the link in my bio, or you can just go straight to the website, which is also in the link in my bio. But if you don't want to select that link, it's www.herpescaneva.com. The workshops are all pre-recorded. We hosted a herpes virtual retreat. So the where we had like 15 people who have herpes. We had a therapist, a doctor, a nutritionist, other advocates that you may be familiar with. One here on TikTok named Chris Pickering, Belize Spivey, Alexandra Herbuska, the Yoni nutritionist, Beck Antonucci. We had a lot of big names within the herpes community join to this virtual retreat in order to provide and create these workshops for the community. Mm-mm. Hello from Atlanta. Welcome. There's a lot of going on in these chats that I missed. Books about herpes you recommend. books about herpes. I wouldn't necessarily say books. A lot of the books about herpes is just people and their experiences. Um, we created a trigger journal, but if there's anything if you're trying to learn like the facts, we do have Herpes Facts 101 by Richmond Cuso. He's an advocate within the community that has spent over a decade doing research about the virus. His website is fantastic. It's called asking for a friend.us. And yeah, I highly suggest you visit it. He's also the founder of the Penny for Your Thoughts campaign, and he is somebody who's been through the herpes vaccine trials. There is a herpes vaccine, but it won't be distributed because there's no funding for it. If we can get a certain amount of signatures, we will have the funding in order to provide it for the community. If you want to help us, we would love for you to sign the petition for that. And you can find the petition also in the link in my bio. Hella herpes resources in the link in my bio. Really appreciate you. Just wanting to let you know that. Thank you. Thank you. Where do I sign? Yes, click the link in my bio and you'll see petition for the herpes vaccine. That's what it's titled. It's in the link in my bio. Tiny's Hall. It's if you go to my page, see that link, select that link, it's there. We'll sign that for us all. Yes, please. Everyone, we need the signatures bad. Welcome to the live. If you can please do me a favor if you're watching, I see there's 81 of y'all. Just tap the screen for me. The support is needed and I appreciate you. How did you feel when you found out you got it? Well, when I found out I had herpes, it's the same day I found out I was pregnant. So I didn't really, thank y'all for tapping the screen for me. I didn't really, the stigma didn't affect me until 2 years later. The stigma of just being a black woman, not married, single mom, in the military, away from my family, young and about to have a kid is what hit me the most before the herpes stigma even hit me. So for the first 2 years of me knowing that I had herpes, I was dealing with personal depression, then postpartum depression after that. I was dealing with too much to just think about the herpes virus. Now, when I told myself that I was ready to date, I had already kind of started my self-love journey. So that was the first time I felt the weight of the herpes stigma. And it was the awareness that made me think, well, damn, how can the herpes stigma just make me feel dirty, worthless, devalued? Like no one would ever want me. Like I'm not deserving of love. Is my worth equated to what is in between my legs? And if so, I need to take a pause. I need to take a big break from dating and I need to figure this shit out. I was diagnosed when I was 22. I'm 27 now. Dating has been easy. Men have been very supportive. Can I join and ask the questions? It's too long to type. Milfish19. Go ahead, send a request. Milfish19. Hey, Danielle Love. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. The support is appreciated greatly. Thank you. Points needed for ranking. What is this point thing on the side? Does anyone know? This is a live Q&A. Now is your time to ask your herpes questions. Left my ass off. Realize I don't know how these. I don't even know how to begin to tell you how. Will you answer my question? Sure. If I see it, I will answer it. If y'all want y'all questions answered immediately, we do host a live Q&A every single Monday on Instagram Live. We answer every single question there. TikTok is kind of hard because the screen goes, so I'm not going in order. I'm just going as I see them. If you really have a question, there's a question mark right there. You can put your question in there and they'll do a little red bing for me and I can see it. How do you date? How do you disclose? Um, Well, I'm gonna be completely honest with you since I'm an advocate. My disclosure goes follow me on TikTok, Herpes Goddess. I have wear shirts that say herpes on it all the time. Disclosure is no longer a thing in my life, but we do have a herpes disclosure method. It is titled Put Your Pussy on the Table. And pussy is an acronym. P is positivity, U is understanding, S is set the tone. The second S is the sex talk, and Y is your story. If you're interested in that disclosure method, you can go to the link in my bio and you will find Safe Sex and Herpes Disclosure Workshop. I'm glad you are happy and didn't let your herpes make you depressed. Here's the thing. What herpes did was bring all my insecurities to the surface. It showed me all the areas in which I lack self-love. The herpes stigma and the herpes virus is two different things. And a lot of people mix the herpes virus up with the herpes stigma all the time. When you find out that you have herpes, the only people that know that you have herpes is you and the person that is telling you, your medical physician. And yet you still feel the weight of the stigma. Why? Because you are the bully in the mirror. And that moment in that time, you put the stigma on you. And our subconscious is so powerful that once you walk out the door, your subconscious is going to find everything in this life to prove you right because humans love to be right. So ultimately, we choose the stigma, and the stigma becomes our reality. You have the power to change your narrative. Let's see. Should the vaccine help with stopping the outbreaks? It could. Rich was somebody who experienced an outbreak 3 times a month. I can't imagine living a life having a herpes outbreak 3 times a month. After going through the vaccine trials, he says he experienced outbreaks now maybe twice a year. He went from 3 times a month to twice a year. After changing your diet, how often do you get an outbreak? After changing my diet, and not just my diet, but my lifestyle in general, I stopped experiencing outbreaks. I stopped experiencing outbreaks altogether. Would the vaccine help to stop spreading? There is no cure for the virus. We are not monogamous. So explain exactly how it's transmitted. Herpes is transmitted through skin to skin contact with the site the virus has entered your body. So yes, I have herpes, and you brushing up on my arm is not going to give you herpes, right? My outbreak site is on my vagina on the right towards the bottom, right? If you come to skin contact with my outbreak site, is the only possible way that I myself can pass the virus on to somebody else. But it's passed through skin to skin contact, you guys. So you do not have to engage in intercourse to get herpes. It can be as simple as a handshake with somebody who has herpetic whitlow and is currently experiencing viral shedding or an outbreak on their finger, and you can get herpes. It can be someone who has herpetic whitlow and they decide to finger you, and now you have genital herpes. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling well, thank you. Okay, that's the question box. How do you know where that site is? I know where my site is because that's where I get my outbreaks at every single time. So you normally where you experience outbreaks is where the virus decided to enter your body. Mm. Welcome to the live, everyone. If you're new here, please, 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 your support is needed. Just tap the screen for me. Are your periods different and discharge different? My periods are not different and my discharge is not different. But your discharge also has a lot to do with your diet as well. I personally need a one-on-one. I have too many questions. We have so many resources. You can book a one-on-one with me, but we do live Q&As every Monday. We do have a private Facebook group. We have our membership that is coming up on Black Friday, where we will be coming on once a week for our community like we used to on our Patreon. We do Clubhouse. We have a whole live schedule that is posted on my Instagram, and also we have a ton of resources in the link in my bio. My link tree is stacked for the community. And even with you helping, selecting the link in the bio, getting a workshop, it helps me to keep doing this for the community, to keep finding ways to provide for the community. Because I'm just going to be 100% honest with you guys. I try to dedicate my life to doing this for the community, but I'm not receiving it back, and I don't have this in me for too much longer. I am a single mother, and I have to take care of my son. What age did you get it? I don't know how old I was when I got herpes, but I do know how old I was when I found out I had herpes. And I found out I had herpes at 25, but there's no way of me telling what age I was when I got it. I'm so proud of you. Do you take CMOS? Yes, I do. I do take CMOS. Help with getting so many What helps with getting so many outbreaks? If you're wondering, I mean, we have so many different remedies. We offer herpes diet and remedies workshop. You can find that in the link in my bio. Do people say stuff to you when you wear your gear? When I wear my brand? No. We have a giant 5-foot flag that says herpes could never. Um, I think people are too afraid to talk to me or say like what's going on. I did have, that's a lie. I did have people ask me, well, what is that about? And then they end up telling me that they have herpes too. But I get more stares than I get anything else. How did you figure out you had it? I got tested. The only way you're gonna know you have herpes is to get tested. And I got a culture swab. You're saying you want to stop doing this. Why? I want this to be my lifestyle, but it's not helping me financially, Angie, Ange Watch. And the community, they only want free things and no one wants the support. And with the lack of support, it's going to cause me to find a different way to be able to support myself and to support my son. That's why. Do you take black seed oil? Yes, I do. So you randomly got tested. I mean, if you're having sex, you should be getting tested every 3 months. That's one. And herpes isn't included in your standard STI panel, so yes, you have to ask for the test. But for me, was I thought I had a razor bump, something I thought was a razor bump, but it was painful. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor said it was a razor bump. She was sure. She said, no, that's a razor bump. You have nothing to worry about. I had to demand that she take a test. She tested the area. So she did. After me demanding it and trying to, get her to do it, she was trying to convince me otherwise. Then told me if I didn't hear from her in 2 weeks, then I don't have herpes. I didn't hear from her in 2 weeks. I thought I didn't have herpes. I was having all the pregnancy symptoms. So I went back to get tested for pregnant. Doctor come to get the can't talk. To get tested to get tested to see if I was pregnant. The doctor came back and said I have good news and I have bad news. What do you want first? I'm like, give me the bad news first. She said bad news is you have HSV2. At the time I didn't know what HSV2 was. She goes, you have genital herpes, just don't have sex during an outbreak. Bad advice, wrong advice, moving forward. Good news is you're pregnant. I was still waiting on the good news. At first, outbreaks, this indicates I had just gotten What does her outbreak look like? What are the symptoms? Everyone's outbreaks can look different, and everyone's symptoms are different too. Again, most people who have herpes are asymptomatic. The co-founder of Herpes Canaver, Amber, she's never had an outbreak before, but she has herpes. Some people's outbreaks look like a cluster with bumps inside. Some people's outbreaks look like what you see, cold sores on the lip. Those are lip herpes. Some people's outbreaks look like a paper cut. Some people's outbreaks literally not going to be a sore. It might just be redness in the area. Everyone is different. When is zodiac sign? What is my zodiac? If you're asking me what is my zodiac sign, I am a Scorpio. I was 6 months pregnant and it hurt so bad when I peed. I went to my OB and she told me before they tested. Well, sometimes it's gonna burn when you pee because the urine touches your sore, and if you're not drinking enough water, that will cause a burn. I stopped drinking everything outside of water and it stopped burning during an outbreak. I tested negative through blood. For months later, I got a culture and tested positive. Well, the blood tests are very inaccurate. A lot of people can test a false negative. Some people are IgG deficient, so no matter what, every time they take the IgG blood test, they will always test negative because they're IgG deficient. Um, some people's virus lie dormant, and your body doesn't have enough time to create antibodies. When they test your blood, they're testing for the antibodies and not the actual virus. If your count goes above zero point 0.9, you're positive. If it's below zero point 0.9, you're negative. The most accurate test you can take is the PCR culture swab. What about delivery when you had your son? I truly want to know how you did that. Oh, I explained my whole experience during my pregnancy in the Moms with Herpes workshop. If that's something that you're interested in, the Moms with Herpes workshop is in the link in my bio. But I had a vaginal delivery. My son is herpes negative. Do you encourage Valtrex for suppression? I encourage anything that makes you happy, anything that makes life easy for you. I personally don't take any of the antivirals, but some people do, and the antivirals do work, but I don't take them. I had a culture swab test negative but positive. I have one. Well, that means the area that you had culture swab just wasn't your outbreak area. So you could still be positive for herpes, and if the area that you tested just wasn't herpes, it could be something else. And you can have an outbreak somewhere else and get that culture swab and find out, oh, that is actually my herpes. How do you prevent passing on herpes? We have a safe sex and herpes disclosure workshop located in the link in my bio. So what do you take for it then? My herpes diet and remedies workshop is located in the link in my bio if you're interested on what I do. All right, let me read these questions. October 25th, asking me the date of my birthday. Trying to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, nothing there. There's a lot of false negatives. No false positives, but a lot of false negatives. No such thing as a false positive. If the antibodies is present in your body and it's way, usually if you're taking a blood test and it's positive, it's in the 3 point something area, and you have to just be above 0.9. That means the virus is definitely in your body. If I didn't read your comment, I'm pretty sure I didn't see your comment, my love. These questions don't come in order. It's kind of annoying. What is sea moss? That's, I want to say, like apples is apples. Sea moss is sea moss. Let me give you a real answer. Sea moss contains like 90 something of like the 90, maybe missing like 2 minerals of what our body needs. It contains most of the minerals that our body needs. It comes from the sea. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm not a sea moss expert. Just know that shit's good for you. Give me a second. I have mine's encapsulated form too. Some people have the gel. It's easy to make the gel too. Give me a second. Let me ask and not answer any other question. Nope, a sea vegetable. There we go. It is a type of algae or seaweed. Do you take turmeric? I cook with turmeric and I drink turmeric and ginger tea. What kind of sea moss to take? I get capsulated sea moss. I have a girlfriend who makes sea moss just for her and her family, and she sends me some. There's so many people out here. Look, Irish sea moss is good. Look at the comment section. Hey, I think I saw you months ago. You have a son, yes. Real sea moss and bladder work every day with a good diet like no meat could help you get rid of an STD. I do all of that and I still have herpes. You're so beautiful and you're my role model. Like, how could you be so open about it? Thank you, Shay Bug. I love myself and I'd rather live in my truth than live a lie. I'd rather live in my truth than be ashamed. I'd rather live in my truth than seek validation from other people. How other people view me, how the world view me is not going to pay my bills, give me an orgasm, wipe my ass, or feed me. And I rather it not hold so much weight and power over my life and my decisions and how I carry myself or stop me from ever living in my truth. So, me being open about it is me accepting myself 100% and just loving myself unconditionally. I can't expect someone else to come in my life and accept my herpes if I haven't accepted my herpes. I can't expect somebody to come in my life to accept me and love me fully if I don't accept me and love me fully. So I've spent years learning how to do that for myself. All right, let me see if I can find any of the new questions. Have you tried black seed? Yes, I do. I take black seed oil every day. And I only take lysine when my prodrome symptoms appear. But that's the encapsulated form. I do have a diet that is heavy on the lysine. Like my diet is high lysine diet. Not even the diet per se. It's a lifestyle, y'all. I'm washing my sheets. Leah, please answer my question. Leah, if I don't see it, I'm You can show up to Q&A Mondays, Leah, if you like. Your question would be answered there, but if I don't see it, probably not going to answer it. Is sea moss on Amazon good to take? I don't know. I've never got sea moss from Amazon. Have you tried black seed oil as well? Yes. I take black seed oil every day. My aunt is herpes free. No, she probably can test negative because her virus lies dormant. I doubt she's herpes free. I can test negative on a blood test, y'all, since my outbreak's been put to sleep. I still have herpes. How do I know? My prodrome symptoms still pop up. Black seed oil does everything, y'all. Google it real quick. It's going to be a big ass page of shit that black seed oil does. We also explain it in the herpes diet and remedies workshop. Hey, NXNA. What are prodrome symptoms? Prodrome symptoms are symptoms that appear a few days or 30 minutes before an outbreak. Hey y'all. If you just joined the live, may you please just tap the screen for me? Please, I appreciate you. Support is free, y'all. It's free. I see you watching. Just tap the screen for me, please. Thank you. Let me go through these questions in here. See if I missed anything. Is it rude to ask if you're straight or bi? I'm neither. I'm not straight. I'm not bi. I'm not a lesbian. I'm a sapiosexual. Going through the questions now, y'all. Bear with me. She's positive. Kids for men. Okay, nothing new in here. All right, now it's your time to ask your questions. Black seed oil, it does too much to answer on this live. Google it. You'll see a whole big ass page. And it's black seed. SEED. When you go to Google it. Do I have mine on me? Could I just read it to you? Hold on. Just doesn't even explain. Give me a second. I'll look it up for you. Do you go on dates? No, I don't. I really don't have much time to. Sapiosexual is not a sexuality. Okay. Well, lesbians just like girls. Bisexual people just like boys and girls. Straight people just like, if it's for me, men. And I don't fall in either of those categories, Tyler. Good afternoon, Plus Ultra. People try to tell you about your life. All right, let me find this for you so I don't butcher this. I'm attracted to somebody's mind. This is what gets me wet. Somebody's intelligence. You can be a boy, girl, both, them, they, switcheroo. I don't care what you are. And if you have a beautiful mind, then you're for me. You do an amazing job enlightening people on your condition and helping others on your platform. Thank you, Andre. I'm just going to say this. I like you and I would love to have a real conversation with you. Okay. Plus Ultra, show up. Show up to our Clubhouse live. Show up to our IG lives. Let me get to know you. Let me see you there. That's where I'm at. That's where I start to really get to know people. And from there we can move on. But one thing that is like a requirement for me in my relationships is seeing people who take the time to show up to the lives to get to know me. Then I would have interest. That's my number one to showing interest in anyone is seeing someone who shows up for me, who makes that time to show up. And then when you get there, say that. I was on your TikTok live and you told me to show up. Here I am. That is the energy. Okay? Ooh. You know the TikTok? Let me not. I'm too goofy for the live. I just need a time and place. Okay, so Mondays we show up at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on IG Live. Wednesdays we show up at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time a.m. on IG Live, and then 7 p.m. on Clubhouse Eastern Standard Time. And then Fridays we talk about safe sex and self-care on our Clubhouse at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, here I am. Love you, my queen. I love you, Shay. Shay. What you doing here? If you're on this live, please tap the screen for me, y'all. Support is free, and your girl needs it. So just real quick for me. I see 53 of y'all looking. 53 of y'all gonna be tapping the screen for me too. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Let's see little tappy taps. Come on. Thank you. A1 Scorpio. I love you. I love you. Can you post your other platforms, please? Yes. Easiest way is to go to the front page of my TikTok. You'll see my link tree. My link tree is stacked, but you'll also see a little Instagram symbol. If you click that, it will lead you to my YouTube and my Instagram page. My Instagram page is loaded. I have posts. I have IGTV. I have all my reels and also access to the Herpes Can Never page where you'll find even more information. On my YouTube channel, I've created over 160 videos on just how to break the stigma within your own life and also how to take care of yourself with the virus. That's all for free. My Instagram is Shayna Singleton. Let me see if I can write it in here. IG. It's easier if you just go to my TikTok page. You'll find it. It'll give you the direct link. But if you don't want to do that, I'm going to go ahead and write it here. Now, my Instagram name is the same thing as my YouTube channel, Shayna Singleton, which is my name. My hand's about to get arthritis from tapping. Thank you. I appreciate you, Ken. You ain't got to tap no more. I just appreciate you're one person that did tap for me. Hey, Ma, you're amazing. Thank you, Julie. How can I write you? Because I have a question. We do live Q&As on Mondays. If you want to ask your question now and you want to guarantee that I see it, you see that little question mark right there? You can put it in there and then I'll look for it. How can I donate to your platform? That's a great question. Here, I'm gonna drop my Cash App in the comments, y'all. Please help the girl, cause the girl need it. Tired of being broke. Not a lot of broke days left for me. How do you get your confidence back after the diagnosis? Self-love, taking time, taking a break from people. Your triggers are going to lead you to the unhealed portions of yourself. So even in those moments when you're triggered and you want to react, don't react and self-reflect. It's never what that person, place, or thing is telling you. It's really truly how you feel about yourself and why. And you'll discover a lot about yourself and how a lot of things stem from our childhood and things that we experience in our childhood and we take with us into our adulthood. Um, we do healing Wednesdays every Wednesdays. We show up and we heal, and we do this work so that you can break the stigma from yourself. We have a big cousin from Herpes Connect. Her name is Pamela. And when she first came to me and Amber, she couldn't even say the word herpes, and now she's an advocate. So, but she is just a testament to the work that we preach and we tell the community to do. So, what is the best book that you've read? Because you seem like you read a lot. I do. The Four Agreements, uh, The Power of Now, um, Unleash Your Fears, The Alchemist. I just finished this one book called 1 Year to a Million. I don't really like that book. Sacred Contracts is a good one. Yeah, I do. I do read a lot. And I also listen to a lot of audiobooks. That is essential to your healing journey, y'all. Your mindset. We spend 90% of our lives within our own brains. So, how you feel, where you are, what you have is all a reflection of your mindset. And you have the power and ability to change that down to how you feel about yourself and your herpes diagnosis. I sent a small token of appreciation. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Am I following you? And if not, why? Why? How do I do that though? Oh, boom, boom. There we go. I love the book Cloud Atlas. What is that one about? Let me write that down because I love a good read. The last thing I'm struggling with on my little self-love journey, y'all, is I am learning how to handle my money. I've been always terrible about that. I can get money. I'm a hustler. I've always been able to get it, but managing it and making it multiply for me is something that I've struggled with. And I'm in my season of growing through that and the pains of that. What is this? What book did you say? Cloud Atlas. Atlas. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. All right, y'all. I have a meeting with the co-founder of Herpes Connect. Again, I have plenty of resources. Link in my bio. Please select the link in my bio. Follow me on Instagram. We're always showing up on Instagram Live. I appreciate y'all. I love you. And just remember, Herpes Connect.